Listening to Our Daily Show with CJ Nasello on RiverBender.com.
A lovely day.
Kennedy Smith in studio. How are we doing today, sir?
Doing great, CJ. Doing great. It's awesome time of the year for me.
Well, you know, it's really kind of funny, man, because every time I talk to people, anyone that does public stuff, like me in media, you in the community doing some really cool things, this is like the weird calm before the storm, because you got about like a couple of days this week, and then boom, it's Thanksgiving season, you know, and then boom, it's Christmas season.
Yes. And then it's New Year. So
don't even get me started on that.
Yes.
Now, question.
Yes.
Do you go out on New Year's?
I don't. I go to church.
That's amen to that.
I go to church.
See, I don't go out either. I think that's amateur night, you know?
I go to church.
Well, Kennedy, how has the year been? So we haven't talked in a little bit.
Well, it's been a minute, CJ. It's been a minute. It never stops for unity in the community. And, it's that time of the year that unity in the community and a couple of other organizations that I'm partnered with this year that we're giving back to the community. I rode in on the bus and just coming through the town of Alton, it is so many people homeless. It's just hungry, homeless, and I feel that the community shouldn't be like that.
Yeah.
You know. But, I do what I do. I created this organization in 2018, and we're going strong. I have a great support group, Alderman Rosie Brown, the mayor, Goins, First Lady. I partner with a young lady called Kim Bryce. She has an organization called CLB Foundation, where she gives back to the community. So I have a little bit of a staff now, not forgetting about the wife who's behind the scenes that keeps me going with this.
Absolutely. And on top of that, too, you hit on a huge point. You know, every holiday season, we always have someone, let's be honest, going, hey, we're working on something. Can you help us out? And I think what you just said is so important because, so many times it's from, these huge multi-million-dollar corporations that are saying, hey, even though we have $400 million in the reserve, can you donate some money so we can do this?
Right.
You're out here just an everyday person, just like all of us, just doing your best. And I think that's always huge to highlight. You aren't in this office somewhere. You're working.
Yes, and it takes a lot of money to generate this. People just don't realize what I put into this with my sponsors and by the grace of God. So still looking for sponsors, still looking for people to support. A dollar goes a long way. A dollar goes a long way. I'm not asking for a whole lot. I'm not begging for anything. It's just that it's an organization that I started.
Well, and I don't know, maybe this is the time to bring this up. So the other day, because you were just talking about taking the bus and seeing all this and all, I was sitting there and someone at work, there's a couple of individuals that are unhoused that congregate around the building. Right. And we never want to see anyone hungry. And so we always make sure if there's something he always puts out, he put out a thing of crackers, just a sleeve of crackers.
Right.
They were unwrapped, or they were wrapped up, never touched, just for some, the individual.
Right.
I swear to you, man. This woman who was driving a nice car was walking her dog, picked those crackers up and kept walking and didn't need them. It's things like that.
Yeah, and it's things like that really disturbs my soul.
Me too.
I'm all about the needy and not for the greedy.
Yeah.
And I was out on Saturday. My wife don't even know this because she was at work. I was out in the Santa Claus suit. And
were you really?
Yeah.
Nice.
Letting people know what I do. And I had a few people come by, I collected like $9. $9 is a start. It'll feed someone. But, people, it's just not about toys. It's just not about, it's reaching out to the community and helping someone. But CJ, if you ain't never been in this situation, you don't know how it feels.
Well, you're absolutely right. You're 100% right over. It's staying in our silos, right, and putting the blinders on.
Yes. And that was the reason of me creating unity in the community, because when I was hungry, someone fed me. When I was hungry, somebody gave me a jacket. So now it's my time to give back. And, when I post stuff on Facebook and when I ask people to reach out. It ain't for me, people. Trust me, it's not for me.
Well, and too, man. So remember last year you were handing out the warmth blankets.
Yes.
I still have 2 left over from the package, and I'm gonna make sure I give those out today because I still have 1 right here because you gave me 5. I handed out 3 last year. I got 2 to hand out this year.
And we're doing that again this year. I think I have about 75 on hand, and I think I'm going to take them out to the Thanksgiving dinner on Saturday. And let's talk about the Thanksgiving dinner.
Perfect segue.
The Thanksgiving dinner is going to be at Millennium Temple, 801 Blair Avenue. My pastor is Dr. Michael J. Porter and the church staff there, and it's going to be Rosie is going to be there. We've invited out the young lady from the Telegraph. She's supposed to show up. So, people, this is going to be an awesome dinner, a way of giving back to the community. I am going to be the chef on hand with my friends that's supporting this. And we're just trying to give back to the community and let somebody know that you are loved and you can come and get a warm meal. And we're working on some other projects that's going to be coming there later in the year. But it's a lot, CJ. It's a road. It's a test. But I don't know where I get the energy from, probably about like you. I just want to keep it going. And anybody that can support and is willing to support, we have no problem.
Well, you got to love it, right? So,
I love it.
Well, you know, and I got a bigger call to action for you in a second here for Saturday. But, you know, I was telling people, this month we broke 1 million viewers for the year.
All right.
And, you know, time and time again, you get these folks that go, oh, I want to do what he's doing because he's smiling and having a good time. They don't see all the work that you and I are doing when we aren't smiling on camera.
Yes.
It takes someone special to do what you're doing, all of that stuff.
You're welcome to come behind the scenes anytime, people. You're welcome to get on the phone calls. And you know.
I wanted to give a big call to action real quick. On Saturday, Telegraph might be there, but, you know, the bigger call to action is you could have Thanksgiving lunch with yours truly. I will be in attendance with my friend Kennedy having a great old time at the church. This is great.
You know, and when I reached out to CJ, man, he never turns me down. He's always, you know, willing to let me come into the radio station. So we honored CJ. We honored CJ with a unity in the community certificate for his support.
Really cool.
And I created that, people. So if you needing flyers or anything like that, I can do that.
Well, it means a lot to me because, you know, and I mean this because, you know, people in local media don't get paid the billions of dollars that, you know, the talking heads do on the big channels. But to be a part of stuff like this and talk with you about your journey and really seeing how it grows and just being a part of things in the community, man, that's what it's all about.
That's what it's all about.
Do you got a moment to hang tight with me?
Yes.
Let's take a quick break. 9:35 is the time. Hey, let me fill you in. You know, Hainer Public Library is doing something really cool this weekend on Saturday too, and it's called Mobile Memory Lab. And this is about everyone here locally. They're one of the first in the state of Illinois in the Heartland system to be allowed this, where people around here that have old photographs of buildings and all these really cool things, they can bring them to that and preserve local history with our friends at Hainer. I thought that was cool as heck.
That's awesome.
Well,
that's awesome.
Lacey will be on at 10:30 today, but also we're going to talk about why you need your library card. You can get ad-free streaming with a library card for free today. Isn't that wild?
That's awesome. That's awesome.
You can watch movies, television for free, no advertisements on Biblio Plus with your Hainer card.
Oh, wow.
Plus the library of things and all the amazing things that Hainer Public Library does for this region. You can go to HainerLibrary.org. That's HainerLibrary.org for more information, or hang out with Lacey and I at 10:30 this morning to learn more about the Mobile Memory Lab. Kennedy Smith and I will be back in a couple of minutes after a quick one in the heart of the 618.
Welcome to Evergreen Place, a community that embodies joyful living, independence, and financial freedom for seniors. If you're looking for a full day of activities or to relax in your apartment, we have you covered. Located on the Alton Memorial campus. To know us is to love us. Experience the difference at Evergreen Place.
Is it time to buy, sell, or even time to consider a short sale of your property? Meet Lisa Webb, owner of 3rd Street Realty. This local, women-owned, family-operated realty group has over a decade of experience in foreclosures, first-time home buying, and so much more. 3rd Street Realty prides themselves on holding your hand through the entire process. Let their expertise guide you to your dream home. Visit 3rdstrealty.com and start your journey with Lisa Webb today.
Do you need to declutter your space? Time to call me, the Queen of Junk. Since 1993, we have grown to be the leader in residential, commercial, and property management junk removal. At Sparks Junk Removal, we are eco-friendly. We recycle, donate, or repurpose items back into our community. Trash is our last resort to the landfill. Plus, with our all-inclusive service, our crews handle everything from labor to lifting and landfill fees. Give us a call or visit our website, sparksjunkremoval.net, to reclaim your space today.
With over 20 years of experience, Wilson's Tree Service has the expertise to handle all of your tree care needs. Licensed and fully insured, their team of experts are dedicated to providing reliable service. Plus, with a 24-hour emergency service line, Wilson's will always be there for you. Don't risk tackling that timber by yourself. Trust the local professionals at Wilson's Tree Service. Visit treeservicealtonil.org to get started today.
You're listening to Our Daily Show with CJ Nasello on RiverBender.com.
Against the wind. We were running against the wind. We were young and strong. We were running against the wind.
Hey, coming up this Thursday, I believe. Let me check the date real quick. Coming up, we will be this week, Kennedy, is the Alton tree lighting ceremony right there at the Lincoln Douglas Square. And RiverBender.com will be bringing you that tree lighting, and I will bring. This is going to be funny. Are you ready for this?
Yes, come on,
So,
with it.
Halloween, you remember how damn cold it was. It was
Yes.
like 20 degrees. It's going to be like 45, and I'm going to be feeling great up for a
Yeah,
Christmas
wow.
broadcast. Was freezing for Halloween.
Wow.
Gotta love this weather. Conversations with Kennedy Smith continuing. How much do you got coming down the pipeline? What should we talk about next?
Oh man, we got this big toy drive that's coming up, and the toy drive. A couple of people reached out to me about toy drives for parents where they're incarcerated and the kids, want toys for Christmas. So that's my project right here that I'm partnered with a sister at my church, Sarah Porter. And we're going to do one at the church, but I do my own thing. I do my own thing to let people know that I generate outside and I am unity in the community. So yeah, I'm working on a big toy drive. I have a list of items that kids are wanting. I'm asking people, donate through my Cash App, or I have a flyer posted on my Facebook page. You can drop off kids. I'm looking to be out in an area with being Santa Claus and with a toy box, and got a big Christmas dinner coming up. I've got a lot going on, people. I don't know where I get the energy from, like my partner over here, CJ. But it's all about giving back to the community, people. It's all about, and it takes funds to generate this, people. It takes funds to feed the hungry. It takes funds to take care of a family. It's about giving back and showing someone that they are loved.
Well, and really, that's what the holiday season's about. And so many times I think people, walk around because, let's be honest right now, man. The economy's not where people want it to be. Groceries are expensive as hell, and especially when you're trying to put on a Thanksgiving dinner for people for free, and you're covering that cost.
Oh, yes.
But, so many times I think we get in our own heads, man, where it's like, man, bills are tight, and we got Christmas in a month, and people want me to donate to things. That's not what Christmas is about. It's that spirit of going, hey, you know what? Money might be tight, but I'm not living in a cardboard box. I'm not living in the cold.
Yes.
I can help somebody with at least $10 and change. And I'm not saying go around and give everyone $10, but if there's a program like what Kennedy's doing, what so many do in this town, in this area, support it and be a part of it and be the change.
Yes, and people, we're not asking for expensive items. I mean, Big Lot has toys. Dollar General has toys. Just something, a baby doll or something to let a kid know that they're loved. And I do a big Christmas candy thing. I'm always asking for candy. I tell you, Thanksgiving, Halloween was off the chain.
Was it really?
I had candy I had to give away. And,
oh, man.
But yeah, so this is what unity in the community is all about. And it's all about giving back to the community in 2024 is really going to get big, and it's really going to elevate. But anybody out there that's willing to support, you can always hit CJ up. He has my information. You can watch this. People, let's just do what we do to make other people happy.
Well, we have such a special place to live in. I mean, the Riverbend community, whether or not it's Alton, Godfrey, Grafton, Wood River, East Alton, you go down the list, right?
Yeah.
There's so many amazing people. And what I think so unique about this area is, now you have a few that try to do what everyone else is already doing, but
Right.
there's so many individuals like yourself that just collaborate and do some really cool things that are new and just add a little bit to Alton's history and who we are. And I think it's
Yes.
really important.
It's totally important, CJ. It really is important. And I mean, sometimes I get into my feelings, CJ. I can't go to bed at night knowing someone is hungry, or someone don't have a warm blanket, people, or a cup of chicken noodle soup. You know. So we're going to be doing things like that. We're looking for a spot uptown where we can set up on a weekend or whatever, and just give somebody a hot bowl of chicken noodle soup, or a sandwich or something, or a snack, or some personal items. So it's a lot, and I wish all of you could come behind the scenes and see how we create this.
Well, another big point, man, is that you guys aren't out there documenting what you're doing. And I don't know if you've seen this on YouTube, but there's anywhere on social media, these folks, what they do is they go around and they'll see somebody that's struggling, and they'll videotape them and go, "Hey, I'm going to give you $500," but they have to videotape that. Here's what I'm giving to this person.
Right.
Why do you don't do that?
There's never a camera out in the community. We may, take a shot of the organization or whatever, but I don't take glory for anything. If I give you something, I'm giving it to you from the bottom of my heart. I ain't got to go back and say, well, I just gave somebody $500 and talk about it. That's even with my donations. Everything that I take in, I give back.
Amen.
And, I use a lot of my own personal money. You can talk to anybody. And I generate with my partner behind the scenes, which is my wife, and the other people that I'm partner with. That's a show.
Yep,
That's a show.
100%.
That's a show.
100%. You're right.
And I don't do this for a show.
No.
I don't take nothing from this but making someone happy and doing it, because I do it from the love of my heart.
Right.
Yeah.
100%. And Kennedy, before we say goodbye for now, let's go through the list if we could. Take me through the events that are happening.
Okay, the event on Saturday. On Saturday the 18th is a Thanksgiving dinner, and Christmas we're going to come back and do another Christmas dinner. So people, it's certain items that we're asking the community to help with, such as turkeys, hams, side items, and we always come back with blanket.
Oh, I love it. That's a great.
This is the second year of this, people. And these blankets, they came from Amazon. They wasn't expensive. This year, we're asking for personal items such as toothpaste, mouthwash, and items like that. This is the toy drive that we got going on. This is for kids, parents that's incarcerated. These are some of the items that they are asking for. I don't have an Amazon wish list, but on this flyer that I will post on my Facebook, it's a Cash App, and you can go to Amazon. It has my address on it. Like I said, I'm looking to generate where I can set up a spot out in the community where you can come and take a picture with Santa Claus, but drop off a toy for a kid.
Amen to that.
But once again, like I said, this is all for the community. I give a big shout out to my brother here, CJ, for even letting me come to the radio station to put my stuff out. When I call him, he says, yes, man, let's get some dates together. So we honored this brother because he's giving back to the community. So that's what's going on. Going into the new year, I have something coming up in January. We'll come back and talk about that. And
Perfect.
Shout out to all my supporters, Alderman Rosie Brown, Ebony Huston, lawyer, the mayor, First Lady, Kim Bryson, my wife who's behind the scene, and everybody that supports me, man. This is unity in the community, and everybody can be a part of this organization. It's a non-profit organization, people. I must put that out there. Non-profit organization. $1 goes a long way. Once again, CJ, thank you for the time, man.
Well, and Kennedy, on top of that, just before I let you go, if the city had 10,000 people with your attitude and personality, I think that we'd have a lot of headway made in a very short period
Thanks,
of time,
man.
and I mean
Thanks,
that. Keep
man.
up the great work, and I really appreciate this. Things like this go a long way for me, and it really means a lot that you guys chose to honor me with that.
Yes.
Thank you very much.
And make sure y'all share the Thanksgiving dinner. Come by. It's from 11 to 2, Millennium Temple, 801 Blair Street. Pastor Michael J. Porter is my pastor, and it's going to be some people out there. CJ is going to come by. A couple of other people come by, and let's just fellowship and have a nice dinner. Yours truly, the chef in the house.
Absolutely. Hey, speaking of chef, I have somebody that comes on, Kennedy, once a month, Linda Pedersen. She's a safe food specialist. She's the
Okay.
best. So Linda, 5 years ago, went to a food handler's class, where they teach you food safety.
Right.
And she goes, I can do a better job than my teacher's doing. Guess what she did? She decided just to do it. And 5 years later, man, she has become just the person to go to in the state. She's been traveling up and down the state of Illinois all year long.
Wow.
Today, she's at Johnson's Corner, but she has a couple of more classes left for the month of November. So if anyone needs the Safe Food Handler certification, or if you need the full hands-on 8-hour class, all that's available for you with Linda Pedersen. You can hang out with her and I on the first Friday of the month with Food for Thought, or just head on over to safefoodspecialist.com. That's safefoodspecialist.com. 9:48's the time. Kennedy Smith, man, thank you so much.
Thank you so much, man. I appreciate it. It's always an honor.
Same here, sir. We'll take a quick break. This 13th day of November rolls around the corner after this quick one.